Do 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 kilted boss. Did I lose you?
I started to sing and then I had a burp right there, so I was trying to hide it. But
I thought you were
it came
laughing at
out.
me. I was like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
doing
right
good.
when I
He's
started
laughing at
singing, my
me.
tummy went.
So that might not be our best theme song ever, people. We apologize in advance for the not as good theme song. So welcome back to
Yes,
another
welcome.
episode of Kilted Balls. Woo! Thank you for joining us. Thank you all of our TikTok followers. We got a ton on there, loving that.
Awesome.
People hanging out, seeing us, and yeah, life's been busy the past week. I actually thought we were going to shoot another episode, but life, right?
Yeah.
So things have been going, but things have been going. We got our first real monthly payout for our miners. So we changed our miners over. So rather than paying us whenever it gets a certain amount of Bitcoin, it just pays us once a month, kind of like if you own a rental property. And so I actually enjoyed that. I liked that better. Just all of a sudden, my Bitcoin account jump up.
I loved that, actually.
Rather than getting the little amounts all the time, just seeing one big lump sum was nice.
Yeah.
So,
and it was cool because Bitcoin was going up a little bit, like right after we got it. And then, of course, we're recording this on Tuesday. So Monday night, if anyone was paying attention to the market, Bitcoin went up fast and hard. And it's still holding strong. It came back a little bit, but it's still holding some really good levels. So that's really exciting.
And I think it deposited in our account before it went up, which is good. So for those of you who are tax people, which probably is almost everybody, so when you get your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your whatever, when you mine, it's the value the moment you get it. So that's how much it's worth. And so that counts as income as soon as you get it. It's like somebody just paid you. So we got paid in Bitcoin. And if it's a low rate, that's great, because then all of a sudden it instantly gained tons of money for us that we don't pay taxes on until we sell. Whereas the amount that we actually get, we pay taxes on now.
Yeah, exactly.
So having it dip and then jump is really beneficial to us.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then it was funny last night, like as that was happening, I was watching the market a little bit, and of course I was in the Telegram with Crypto Lifer, and a couple people were talking about it, and I was looking, and it was looking like it was going to go up. So I think I talked about this before. I have my trading account in my KuCoin, and then there's a margin account, which you can trade on margin. So I had like $1,000 in my margin account. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put that on there and do like a 3x, and just because it was looking like it was going up, and it was game night, so I didn't want to like really have to pay attention to it. But I'd never done that on my phone. I'd only ever done it on my computer. So as I'm on my phone and trying to do it, I watched Bitcoin go up $2,000.
Dang it.
Needless to say, I missed it.
You missed it a little bit.
I am crazy watching it go up.
I am so excited to get back into the game. So it's been a great time. This is, as you guys have heard, my busy season, but my busy season ends this weekend, and then I'm not as busy anymore, and I can start playing the crypto game, play the NFT game, and I'm super excited to kind of I'm in the space. Don't get me wrong, people. I can't exit the space. But I want to get back to day trading like I was in August, and I want to get back to playing the game. Right now, I'm like watching the game. I'm not really playing it.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to be part of it too. I think we can bounce a lot of ideas off each other. And one thing that I was super happy with, so my day trading, and that wasn't a full month, but my day trading and my staking with both my looks rare and my just my looks rare. I'm sorry, I didn't calculate my other, but my day trading, my staking of my looks rare, and my playing town star, that was a third of my total income of the month.
That was a third of your income this month.
That's the rest of the other lines of income are all sheet stuff.
Right.
So that's
so
pretty awesome.
everything else is your other business. And this made up a third of your income, which in reality, and correct me if I'm wrong, is all bonus income.
Yes.
Like
this
the
is
sheets
stuff
are what
that
does
I
it.
wasn't doing a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of how I feel about a lot of my stuff. Like when I'm bringing stuff in, I'm like, this isn't my real income. This is pure bonus income, not even like really. I mean, it's turning into one of our businesses. The miner is for sure a setup business, right?
Yes.
But the NFTs, the crypto, that's money that I'm playing with.
Yeah.
And to have it kind of do that is awesome.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, I am reinvesting it. I'm not paying myself. All that's being reinvested.
Right.
But it's exciting.
But
it's
still
super
there.
exciting.
Well, speaking about staking, did you see what Coinbase is doing? Did you notice that?
I missed that news story.
So Coinbase right now, I saw it when I was checking out my Bitcoin deposit, and I was like, yeah, Bitcoin. And I saw a little thing on the side. So I love Coinbase, right? So I'm really easy to please people. You can buy me off. Honestly, you can buy me off with cookies. It's I'm cheap. It's easy. Like a lot of people have found that. They're like, man, we need somebody to do X. And they're like, what if we gave you some cookies? And I'll be like, yeah, I'll do it for you. So like you could offer me money and I'd be like, nah.
Yeah, like
I don't need money. I can't eat dollars, but cookies. And I know I could buy cookies with $1, but it's not the same. It's not the same. So anyway, that being said, I'm on there looking, and one of the things I love about Coinbase is they always do these little games. And I love that. I love that they have the learning page and you get paid to learn. And people, it's not a lot. It's like $1, right? Like $1, but it's still $1. And I just think that's a cool thing. Like, hey, learn about this and we'll pay you $1. And so they've done things in the past where they're like, hey, put in $100 into Bitcoin and we'll put you in a drawing for $1 million.
Yeah.
Right. Or, hey, whoever puts in $1,000 this next week, you're all going to get a share of $100,000. Like that's fun, right? And you're getting that money. Like I've won some of those. So I'm like, this is a good time. This is fun. So what they're doing right now is it's a raffle, but it's for staking your Ethereum. So for you, if you stake $100 of Ethereum, you're entered in for one entry for a raffle for 250,000. And you can do it a maximum of 10 times. So if you stake $1,000 of Ethereum, you get 10 entries into this raffle, and the going percentage for that staking is 4.9%. So, I'll probably do it, but I'm like, I've been wanting to stake stuff. I've staked my Looks Rare, I've staked my SOS, but Ethereum, I'm like, really, I could get into the staking game with $1,000.
Yeah.
And a year ago, maybe not a year, 3 years ago, for sure, though, if I had an extra $1,000, I'd put it in a CD in the bank.
For what's your percentage on that?
It probably was 1.5%.
Nice.
So I'm looking at, I already have the Ethereum sitting there. Like I'm just waiting for Ethereum to go up. So I'm like, why wouldn't I stake it and get 5% while I'm waiting for it to go up? Like, I mean, think about it. You would take 10% easily.
Yeah.
Right.
The I stake a few different things. Now with Ethereum, and it might be different on Coinbase, but the issue that personally I had with staking my Ethereum is when you staked it, you could not get it out until ETH 0.22 whatever, ETH2 comes out.
Yep, that's the thing. Yep. So that's what Coinbase is doing. When you stake it, it's not your traditional stake.
Yeah.
When it's staked, it's automatically turned into ETH2,
Yep.
which means it's the same value as ETH1, but you can't use it until ETH2 comes out.
And it could come out anytime between, I saw this on Twitter, 2 months from now to 2 years from now.
Yes. So you don't know.
No,
You're tying up for a while, right?
Yeah.
Now everybody thought it was going to be in 2022, right? And I think personally, I think ETH 2.0 is a game changer.
I agree.
I think NFTs are going to go. That's when you'll see NFTs go to the moon.
Yeah.
Right. They're going high right now, but that's going to revolutionize things.
Yeah. The only thing I've heard bad about it is if you have your ETH1 when ETH2 is getting ready to come out and there is like some sort of blow off top or something, then you can cash that out. Whereas when ETH2 comes out, probably going to be a dip. But if it's $1,000 and you're, I mean, like you said, you're getting almost 5%.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is the whole reason you stake your ETH to ETH 2.0 is that's the new miner.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
That's
so
the great part.
For those of you who don't know how it's going to work, haven't been paying attention. ETH right now you have to mine just like you mine Bitcoin. So we have Bitcoin miners. I've actually looked at purchasing Ethereum miners, but because of ETH 2.0, I'm not. And they're changing from that to a proof of staking, which is exactly what we're talking about. So instead of you mining it, you invest your Ethereum, and then that is what does it. Whoever is staking it, they're the ones proving it. And the percentage yields change. If lots of people stake their money, the percentage yields go down.
Yeah.
And if there's not a lot of people, it goes up. So, you know, right now it's at 5%, but you're the person doing the work, just like the miners were, but it's a set percentage rate instead.
Yeah. Well, that's like the Looks Rare or the SOS, same idea. The more people that are staking, the lower the percentages, but you know, that's how the work is being done.
That's how the work is being done. So it's a really interesting concept. And if you're like, wait, why do you think NFTs will go to the moon with 2.0? The gas fees theoretically are going to go way, way down, right? Because one of the big problems with Ethereum is the transaction fees are stupid big.
Yes.
So they can be really crazy high. They've tried to fix them a few times, but it doesn't matter. When you can run your Visa card and it costs a couple percent versus running your Ethereum and it's costing double.
Yeah.
Like that's a bad idea.
Like, wait a second. I mean, when it's a high dollar NFT, you don't notice it as much. But if you're trying to get $100, $200 NFT and you're paying $50 in a service fee,
right? Like that's
or $100, like you said,
and nobody would do that, right? Like in a normal everyday business, you're not going to be like, you know what? I want to buy that car. How much is it? $20,000. Okay, well, you're going to have to pay $30,000 for the fees.
Yeah.
Like now you're talking about me buying a house.
Yeah. I did just buy a car like that.
Dang it. And it had 10,000 of fees. That's
without those fees.
Oh, without the fees. Phew.
Well, I replaced my van, so
I know that's super exciting.
I sold my van, so yeah.
He got rid of the van. He's got a new vehicle, and they asked me what I was getting. I've actually been thinking I might want to play the game just so I can get a truck.
Awesome. I think I love that idea. You know, I love the idea of I was taught to me as feeding the idiot. You make little goals, and when you achieve them, you're you kind of reward yourself.
Yeah. And my problem is, and you know this about me, and it's Amy's and my problem. We both have it, and we've had it in every business we've had. As soon as we make money, we put it into another business. Or we put it into that business. Like we don't reward ourselves. I pushed since we started the sweet and sour licorice, I have pushed her to take rewards. Like, hey, if we make 10 grand at a show, let's take $1,000 of that and do something.
Yes.
But instead what we do is like, yeah, let's put it towards the house.
Mhm.
Let's pay off the car loan, or I'm
Yeah,
like, that's not really a reward.
that's something that's exciting for sure.
But yeah, so I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll do that. And I think I have I think between us, we have the wherewithal to make moves enough to get something
Mhm.
like that. And by the way, people, I'm not talking about a new truck. I've been told multiple times I'm not allowed to buy new vehicles anymore. So
Yep, and mine was not new
no,
either.
I destroy everything. So it's the one thing that I'm really, really good at. So other people are good at making things and creating things. And if you're like, anybody can destroy stuff, you've not seen me work. It's a skill, it's an art form.
Yeah. How old was your gray van when the cow put his head in and poked a hole in the ceiling? It was like a couple months,
It
maybe.
was like a couple months. It was only a couple months. That cow like tore that up.
Shout
Yes,
out
the
to the
cow.
Lazy Five Ranch up in Mooresville.
Mooresville, North Carolina, lazy five.
I only go on the little hayride now. I don't take.
You don't take the Tesla through there.
I do. The Tesla's never been through there. No.
So that is awesome. So yeah, so we're getting more into staking. I think we'll talk more about staking in the future, something I'm really interested in, but I don't have the knowledge. Kilted has the knowledge, so we just gotta start tapping into it to find more. But so far to me, it's like owning a CD, only with good interest rates.
Yeah, I mean, you're basic. Yeah, like sometimes they take it out of your wallet, and sometimes, well, no, I guess it is taken out of your wallet.
It's
Because
taken out of your
remember
wallet.
the other night, I thought I set up my SOS, but when I went to look at it this morning, because it was the beginning of the month, so I was going through all my NFTs and all my crypto, and just kind of give a refresher, see what's going on.
Yes.
I realized that I didn't stake it that night, so my SOS was not
You want to
staked.
know it's really dumb?
Hmm.
Remember how I thought I already had my SOS in my wallet and it wasn't there?
Mhm.
I realized it was because Kilted Balls has SOS in their wallet. So the actual podcast, if you guys remember, we have our own wallet with our own NFTs that are specific to the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And so it got SOS tokens and they're just sitting there. So we should probably stake Kilted
You
Balls.
probably have looks for tokens in there too.
Yeah, if we went and claimed them.
Mhm.
So that's probably something we should do. Speaking of our wallets, everything like that, we've got stuff to show you. We've got stuff to
Yes,
show you.
this
So
is
sorry
most
if
exciting.
you're our listeners, you've heard us talk about 8.1 a lot. The whole deal with 8.1 is there's a whole story, characters, lots of cool stuff with it. But you bought your first NFT, and then every time they released a new chapter with a new character, you get that character's NFT,
Mhm.
right? And so you bought one and you're getting 8. So
Yes.
it's kind of legit. Besides the fact that the community's awesome, they're doing fantastic, great things. But the first secondary characters were airdropped to us. And so that is Sunny. We've talked about Sunny a lot. And so this Sunny actually Kilted, gave his godson.
Yep, that Sunny's awesome. So the
That
one
Sunny is
really
so
cool
awesome.
thing we had talked about and we have an answer for now, if you have the signature, my brain just stopped. If you have the nails signature, artist curated,
Artist
your
curated, okay.
the other characters are going to be artist curated as well.
Is curated as well?
Yep, that's an artist curated one.
How do you tell it's artist curated?
Look in the description or in the traits.
Interesting. So the funny part about him giving us this, by the way, I think this is a feature OpenSea needs. I don't want to go back to my OpenSea home screen. I just want to like click left and right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know how some pages do that, not on OpenSea, but other platforms, you click like an arrow here and it cycles through stuff.
Yeah, this does
Right.
not
It's
do
like,
that.
even right here, I can't do that. I've got to go back to my main screen.
And then your whole wallet has to load.
So here is the funny part. He has the artist curated that he gave to his godson, but notice this one. which is one
Looks
that
a
I
little
just got.
close.
It is super similar. Different eyes, different background. But otherwise, and somebody else, they only got two, and the two it was in the chat are exactly the same, except one has like a little hat on top. He's like, oh, they're both the same. People are like, I have to trade somebody. He's like, yeah. And I was like, I'd actually trade you. I didn't say that to him, but I was like,
yeah,
I'd probably trade. So then
you did get some awesome ones.
I kind of like this violin one.
Yep.
With the little hat. He's pretty cute.
And the listeners, you'll have to go check out Ballbuster's wallet. He's got some really cool stuff.
Just search Ballbuster and OpenSea. So then there's this one, which I thought was pretty cool. It's a green Sunny on a green background.
Yeah.
Looking kind of fierce. I'm like, that's really cool. And then if you see me going back and forth, I saved my favorite one for last.
Yes. That one I'd say is my favorite too. So
it's a bright green, like neon radioactive green, little hat, but it's got a pink tutu on it. And I'm like, that is fantastic. There's a lot of amazing sunnies out there. I might say that some of the cool sunnies I might like better than the nails.
Yeah.
I like that teddy bear. And I think we're going to see this with a lot of the characters. I think the characters are going to just be super cool. I almost bought a sunny that's on the market today. None of them have sold. There's only 15 listed. But I'm like, some of those are cool. I might pick one of those up. Nice. And since we're showing off NFTs, you might remember that when we bought the Maiden Voyage Society, it came with a custom if you bought all the Maidens. And here is my custom.
It is so awesome.
Don't you love that?
TacoBelle does a great job.
TacoBell's amazing, right? Like look at that. Just fantastic. So people, if you are listening on Spotify, on Apple, you're going to have to come through and look on OpenSea at my Crystal Maiden from the Maiden Voyage Society, not to be confused with Crystal Maiden from Dota. That would be copyright infringement, and Valve would be sad, I'm sure. So
I did not even think of asking for mine to be naked. That was smart by you.
I did not. I wish I had. I wish I had. TacoBelle just knows me. TacoBelle just knows me.
Yeah, yours is super awesome.
No, I think what she was going for here is she wanted it to look like a goddess, is what she said.
Yeah.
So she was like, I want this to look like a goddess. And I was like, nice. So, and apparently goddesses are naked because they're goddesses. They don't need clothes.
Apparently.
Right. Apparently.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I thought that was terrific. So, people watching, that's some TacoBelle work. And if you haven't checked out the Maiden Voyage Society, seriously, what's wrong with you? Go check it out. There's not a lot left. I think the Desert Maiden or City Maiden are almost out. And if you're like, no, but I really like physical artwork, she has the physical artwork for sale, and it's cheap, as all physical artwork should be, right? So
inexpensive.
You can go get some. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. It costs way less than an NFT, as it should. So, because that's silliness. One of our old friends just released an art collection. One of our old classmates just released an art collection as well. But I saw our friend released it, almost messaged right away, because there was a couple that I was like, I really want this, but I'm only getting it if it's an NFT.
I was hoping when I was reading her description that in there it said NFT. I was really hoping it was.
Yeah. I thought about reaching out to her and saying, listen, if you mint this for me, or if you allow me to mint it, I will buy it as an NFT. You can send me the physical one. That's fine. Like, you can send it to me and I'll pay you. I don't know. I'd probably pay her the price of the physical, if not double, if it was an NFT.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. I want, And if you're sitting there going, what are you insane? You want the physical. I don't want the physical. I want the ownership. And the ownership, you're like, well, no, if you physically own it, you own it. You don't, right? You own a copy of something.
Mm-hmm.
When I own the NFT, that's on the blockchain. I own it.
Yeah.
It's my thing. And it might be a 1 of 5, but I know that. Whereas otherwise, you're going to pretend that whatever thing I have is a 1 of 150 because that's what it says on there.
Mm-hmm.
And hope that I didn't just run it through a photocopier. Then you're like, but your NFT could be copied and pasted. Like you can right click it. No, you can't because it's on the effing blockchain. And I can look at that. And not everybody can read the blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
But there's enough of us who can that will know. And, that's real. That's real to me.
Yeah. And if you want to look at it on your wall, so many people are working on NFT frames.
Oh my gosh, right?
I mean, you can already get some, but
have you seen the galleries where you can set up your own virtual gallery and walk through? I almost thought about going and buying some Meadowland just so I could make a gallery in there and go into my Meadowland and walk around.
That sounds amazing.
Right? Doesn't that sound like awesome?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that would be really cool, I think. So yeah, that's where we're at, people. That is where we're at.
Thank you, everybody.
I think we're going to wrap our episode up. Thank you for joining us. The stuff we talked about, quick review, was staking in our miners, in our new Sunnies and Crystal Maiden. So
yeah,
that was freaking sweet. So thank you for joining us all. We'll try to do a better theme song next time. And this is Ballbuster signing off.
That was me. Killed the Dragon Jerry. Love you all.